Master Flutter app development. Integrate powerful artificial intelligence. Build better apps and grow faster.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Flutter. In this session, we are trying to create a production-ready application and demonstrate the Habit Tracker, the recently app I just created to show how should we create a production-ready application. In the last video, we talked about the architecture that we used here. Block for each feature we had habit block event state, and also we used freezed package to simplify the development. Habit block, onboarding block, setting block, stats block, and today's block. Also we have a core folder for cache files, for models, notifications, routing, and here we use the Flutter package, brand new package that I developed recently and is very performant and very useful with too much development speed. You can use it very simple and very good. For example, we had habit ID, habit form, settings, stats, habits, today, onboarding, splash, and other tabs. And app routes, for example, each route connected. We have a name for each template. We can customize query parameters and other things that we have in flow routes. Query parameters, pass parameters, fragments, extra, and other parts that you need in a route. Temp files, app colors, app radius, app shadows, app spacing, and app temp. And the widget sync services, for example, we use the Flow widget package for home widgets, and we need to initialize it. We need to register config and other parts of application or services that should be initialized or pass data. And we have documents folder here for the architecture, for the design tokens, and readme for the base of the project, and widget setup. You can check it later on GitHub. We have generated folder for Hive adapters and Hive generated files and Hive registrar files, or any other package that needs to have generated files. And finally, we have presentation folder with components and pages. Components contains global components that we use in the application, and pages, each page has a folder that has the own page code and any local component that we need in that page. Finally, we have shared folder with constants, with extensions that we don't have any extension yet, and utils folder. For example, we have a util for daytime, extension date and daytime. Let's have a preview on the application. We have a today tab that we can add a habit. For example, YouTube content that we want to do it every day, and turn on the reminder, hit and select an icon for it, for example, book, create habit, YouTube content every day, or we can have read a book just on Fridays. Call it another color. Because today is not the Friday, we don't have read a book in today's tab, but we have it in the habits tab. We have habits tab that we can archive the habits or delete them, but by dismissible widget. For example, we delete this or add new one. For example, again read a book. But now for every day that we have it on today. Also, we can say that today we created the YouTube content. We done half of my tasks, and also I read a book. In stats, we have 2 active tasks, and for one day, today we had completed all of tasks, and we have best streak today. One of the 7 days in week, 14%, we completed our tasks. Also, we can see how much day we completed this task. Also, we have a setting folder for appearance, for reminders, and the preview for notification. For example, we need a notification for bad usage. We have cry notification, still we can open it. We have sad application, we have sad one, and we have the happy one. Also, we add a home widget for this application using the Flow widget app, a package that I recently developed, and you can find it on pub.dev. You can refresh data. For example, we completed both of our tasks, and we can also add it to home screen. After I add it to home screen, it will be here. I added it before, so it had duplicated. Let's remove it and test again. Also, when you tap the widget on the home screen, it will open the application. Even application was closed before. Also, I developed an onboarding page for this application that I should uninstall it and reinstall it to show you the onboarding page. have a fancy onboarding here to encourage users to use our applications. This is a sample of production-ready application. Currently, it has no API and no database, but it connected locally and used Hive for saving any data and progress. Please support us to continue develop it part by part together. Please comment, subscribe, and ring the bell below. Thank you very much.